show tonight. Only a fool would turn away. And we're very excited. My first guest tonight plays, of course, Bailey on the hit show Party of Five. And currently, you can see him in the Tony Award-winning play Side Man right here in New York City. Please welcome Scott Wolf.
I'm well, sir. I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm great. Good. You picked up the crowd. Thank you for coming by. Nice to have you here.
Those children you showed earlier were just... They need to be picked up after seeing those images.
That's a depressing parade.
My goodness.
I don't know why we do that. You know, it's funny. It's funny that you're here now because about like a week ago, we had some interns here that were dubbing tapes. They were making copies of old shows.
Oh,
and sometimes I walk, they have to do this all the time. It's punishment. And I walk by the room where they do it, the television room, and they're making a copy of a tape from 5 years ago when you were on the show.
It was my first talk show appearance ever, yes.
And you definitely had a different, you had like some kind of a different look or something. Can we see this? I was kind of stunned by this.
Oh, goodness. That's worse than one of those children. Well, the funny thing is I still do have my son medallion. I just now have figured out that it works best inside of your clothing.
Yeah, because for a while you were going through a phase where you, I mean, that takes guts to wear a medallion outside and be like, hey, baby, free love.
I know. Sort of a Rico Suave phase. But I've gone through phases where I've just sort of done the wrong thing fashion-wise. I bought one of those when I was in high school. Miami Vice was really popular, so I bought one of those white linen Don Johnson jackets.
You really did that?
And the white Capezio shoes. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
And parachute pants. Those were big for a while. It was quite embarrassing.
It's funny when you see pictures later on of what you were. Because when I was in college, Mr. T was big, and that's how I dressed for a bit.
The chains.
I went for that, and I just don't have the arms to pull it off. It was just...
Got to burn those photos.
Yeah, get rid of them. But now you're just... But you have a sun thing, right? You like the sun...
I enjoy the sun, yeah. I don't know what it is.
I obviously don't. You whitest man in America.
Yeah. I don't know why that is, but I've worn it for, I guess, 5 years now. So.
Yeah. This is how we mark time here at the show, is look at old shows. Side Man.
Yes.
You're doing here in New York. It won a Tony just the other night for Best Play.
Yes, just won the Tony for Best Play, and Frank Wood, who plays my dad in the show, won the Tony for Best Featured Actor. And it's thrilling. It's an amazing show. It's I'm very lucky to have. I've timed it incredibly well. You know, I stepped into it 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden it won the Tony for the Best Play. But these people have been working for a long time, doing it for a couple of years now.
Right.
And they're just a beautiful company of actors, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
But still, you have a hard job. You're apparently on stage for most of the play. You never get to really walk off stage.
No.
And
the whole first, I'm the narrator of the story, so, and I'm also involved in scenes as well, but I don't leave the stage in the first act. So what I didn't realize, I've also been drinking tons and tons of water because you have to use your voice in the theater in a way you don't in doing television work, so it's a strain on my voice.
Are you trying to put me down in some way?
No, no, no.
The vocal demands on me are amazing.
I wasn't talking... I didn't mean this
microphone isn't real. I have to speak loud enough to be heard by everyone in America. But anyway, yeah.
But so I've been drinking tons of water, and I've had bladder issues. Because I don't leave the
nice
show...
way to put it.
Well, I don't leave the stage for over an hour, about an hour and 15 minutes, and I've been drinking so much water. And the first night that it became a problem, unfortunately, I didn't even think twice about it, and I had so much water before the show. About halfway through the first act, I started to have to go really badly. And I've got a good 40 minutes before I'm going to get to a bathroom. And it got to a point by the end of the act where I think I had even stopped listening to what anyone was saying. I was like pressing myself against chairs and like whatever I could do to, and I actually had the thought go through my head. I wear these khaki pants, and I actually looked down at one point and I thought, if I just go, how bad could that be, you know? But then I realized it was just going to be, it would be terrible. Everyone would know.
It'd be great if you got reviewed for that show and they were, Scott Wolf took an amazing dramatic pause. a look of calm and relief on his face. And then resumed with, I don't know.
Speaking of which, I just used your bathroom, actually. I just went in your... I've been drinking so much water, I have to go, like, on the half hour, so...
In my dressing room?
Yeah, and I felt guilt. They said everyone does that during the show.
You didn't look around in there, did you?
No.
Good. I can explain the Fabio poster. It's covering a broken part of the wall. I would think doing a show in New York, you'd get people talking back to you sometimes, because that's a thing that people do in New York. They feel like they're part of the show. Do you have that happen?
Yeah, they're very vocal, which is great. I mean, the audiences here have been fantastic, and they've been very supportive, and, they've been great all the way through. The other night, for the first time, there's a sequence where I'm sort of, as I'm telling the story, scenes happen on the other side of the stage, and I sort of step off, and the light sort of dims on me. But I'm still in the play.
You're still up on stage?
I'm still on stage, and I'm still listening to what's happening. And there was a girl in the front row, and I just heard this faint sort of, Scott. And she's only, 5 feet from me. And I'm just sort of grinding out, like, no, don't listen to Scott. She was waving something around she wanted to give me or show me or something, so.
What does she think you're going to do at that point?
I have no idea. I know.
Talk later. It's very funny. Well, Side Man is at the John Golden Theater in New York City. And, Scott, every time you come on, it's a lot of fun. You're a lot of fun to talk to.
Thank you
very much.
Come on back
soon. Scott Wolf, everybody. Go see the play. Allison Eastwood is coming up. We'll be right back.